Good evening, folks. I'm going to try something new here. This is Neil with you. It's not a commentary, it's not a funny video or anything like that. It's just a little late night opinion piece here before I go to bed. So, recently, in fact, just a couple days ago, the 2020 Tokyo Olympics wrapped up here in Japan. I live in Hokkaido, Sapporo, Japan. The final, the ender, the closeout is always the marathon, and the marathon was actually held here in Sapporo, like just 30 minutes drive from my house. I watched quite a bit of the Olympics. I watched the entire closing ceremony, which I have never done in my whole life. I had really no interest in the opening or closing ceremonies of any Olympics. It just never was on my radar. I didn't give a shit. But I watched the ending ceremonies of this Olympics from the beginning to the very end, the entire thing. And I thought I would take a moment to say big thank you to everyone who is involved in the Olympics. I'm not a fan of the IOC. I was the, just so you know, I was at the 1998 Nagano Winter Olympics as the MC for the half pipe. It was the first time half pipe snowboarding was included in an Olympic Games. It was 2 years of total shit. As the MC, I wasn't an athlete, I wasn't a staff member, I wasn't a high-ranking official. I was just the guy who was supposed to call out the tricks, talk in English, and hype up the crowd. And you would not believe all the crap I had to go through just to get to that position on that day at the Olympics. So I have a relationship with the Olympics. And that was in the day and age when Terry Hawkinson, like the biggest snowboarder at the time, was like, fuck you, IOC, I'm not going to the Olympics. Like, that was a big thing. And, I never really dealt with the IOC, but I dealt with all the ad agencies and all the people involved, and it was just like unbelievable political shit, on every level. And I'm sure that every Olympics is like that all the way to the top. So that's kind of my feeling on the Olympics. But I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I love it. I love the Olympics. I love these big events. It's a great thing. I love watching all the sports and seeing what the athletes do. And I think it's fantastic. And this time, what I'm trying to get to, it's a big, big thank you to obviously all the athletes, the staff, the people involved, the volunteers, the whole thing, the whole package as a whole. In Japan, we say "Otsukare-sama deshita," and it means like a job well done, but it means more than that. It's a deep word with a lot of emotional content behind it, and I think it fits this moment in time. I can't imagine all the shit that everybody involved had to go through. Whether it's a volunteer, just standing in the hallway, waving people by, whatever. Or the athletes. I mean, the whole thing delayed a year. We're in a pandemic. All the stuff that everyone must have had to go through to just get to Tokyo, get to the games, and try to hold it all together while you're going through, wiping your hands with alcohol how many times a day? The mask thing, put the mask on, take the mask off, put the mask on, take the mask off. The rules, the checkpoints, I'm sure the temperature taking everywhere. I can't even imagine. And then to do all of that and have no one in the stands. Empty stadiums. It's a fucking rehearsal, but it's the real thing. And, when I watched all that stuff on TV, I just saw everyone giving it 100%, maybe even more, because there was no crowd. I don't know. I would feel really weird performing, doing whatever it is you do in front of just your peers and coaches and stuff. it's weird. To not have the energy from the audience to perform to must be excruciatingly hard, especially for some sports. Maybe it's different. So, again, I think I didn't see anybody saying anything at the end of the Olympics in my little bubble of Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and all the shit I look at. I didn't see any comments or any, I don't know, maybe just no one's saying it. But I thought I'd come out and just say a heartful thank you and a big otsukare-sama deshita to everyone involved, even all the evil IOC people, because they pulled it off. They could have said cancel, I mean, that was the global mood. Can't they, cancel 2020? What are you going to do in 2021? There was a huge movement to say cancel the Olympics in Japan, in Tokyo. People were demonstrating, whatever. And they said, fuck you. We're going to do the Olympics. We're going to make this happen. And they did. And they get my full respect for that. Full respect. Arigatou gozaimashita. I had a fantastic time. I enjoyed the whole package. Even the ending ceremonies, which again was really weird, with no one in the stands and all the athletes, yay, they're trying to, the people who were left behind, they were super happy. And then this kind of long-winded performance that was kind of, it was some good parts and some kind of parts that went on a little long. But that's how those shows are. But even that, I thought was great. Good job. A job well done. Okay. That's it for tonight. My little opinion piece. I might throw these out every now and then. I've decided I'm going to get back into the commentaries soon as I drive and record that. I've had some requests for the commentaries. I got a lot of things on my mind, and there's a lot of things I want to come out and say. So hopefully this will be the start of that. And thanks for watching, as always. I hope you feel the same way. If you don't, leave me a comment. I don't really care either way. You can agree or disagree. But that's my feeling right now. Thanks for watching. See you guys, and good night.